Chapter 4: Measuring Performance. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. Peter Drucker. Defining key performance indicators, KPIs. Progress must be measured accurately to ensure goals are met in any improvement process. Defining the right key performance indicators, KPIs, is crucial in evaluating whether actions lead to desired outcomes. KPIs provide a framework for tracking success and making data-driven adjustments to achieve the best results. By carefully selecting KPIs, teams can measure improvement and make well-informed decisions. The following 5 KPIs are used to track progress in a continuous improvement process. 1. Efficiency rate. The efficiency rate measures how effectively resources, such as time and labor, energy, and machine, are used to produce the desired output. It is a metric that focuses on the productivity of a process and is especially useful in operational settings where time and resource optimization are key goals. Efficiency rate can be calculated by comparing the actual output to the maximum output over a specific period. For example, if a team completes 90 tasks out of 100 within a set time limit, an efficiency rate of 90% is achieved. Tracking efficiency allows teams to see if improvements enhance productivity and optimize resources. 2. Defect rate, PPM or DPMO. Defect rate measures the quality of output by identifying the frequency of errors or issues within a process. In manufacturing and service industries, maintaining a low defect rate is essential to customer satisfaction and operational effectiveness. This metric can be calculated by dividing the number of defective items by the total number of items produced, then multiplying by 1 million to get a ppm for DPMO. A rising defect rate can indicate the need for process adjustments, while a declining rate signals improvement in quality and consistency. Monitoring the defect rate helps ensure that quality standards are consistently met. 3. Customer Satisfaction Score, CSAT. Customer Satisfaction Score is a KPI used to gauge how well customer expectations are being met. It is measured through surveys, where customers rate their satisfaction on a scale from 1 to 10. The average of these scores provides a CSAT, which reflects customer perception of the product or service quality. High CSAT scores indicate the team is successfully meeting customer needs, while low scores highlight areas for improvement. In continuous improvement, CSAT helps the team prioritize efforts in areas that matter most to the customer, leading to better long-term relationships and loyalty. 4. Cycle time. Cycle time measures the duration needed to complete a single process cycle, from start to finish. This KPI is crucial for tracking the efficiency and speed of a process, especially in project management and manufacturing. By calculating the average time required to complete tasks, cycle time provides insights into how quickly processes can deliver results. Reduced cycle times indicate that bottlenecks or inefficiencies are being addressed, while longer times may signal the need for process optimization. Regular tracking of cycle time ensures that deadlines and schedules are met, contributing to an overall efficient workflow. 5. Return on investment, ROI. Return on investment measures the profitability or financial benefits gained relative to the costs incurred. ROI is calculated by dividing the net profit from an initiative by the total investment, then multiplying by 100 for a percentage. This metric allows the team to assess whether resources are effectively used to achieve financial goals. Positive ROI shows that the investment has been worthwhile, while negative ROI signals a need for revaluation. ROI is a fundamental KPI in continuous improvement, as it highlights the financial value of efforts and aids in prioritizing resource allocation. If you are a new organization or an organization struggling to survive, forget ROI rather than focus on cash flow. Choosing the right KPIs involves clearly understanding the organization's goals and what is most critical to a process's success. Each KPI should directly align with specific objectives set in the planning phase. By selecting these KPIs, the team is equipped with reliable metrics to measure progress, make adjustments, and achieve continuous improvement. Effective KPI tracking allows for ongoing success, as data-driven insights guide actions and ensure that results remain aligned with strategic goals. Gathering accurate data for analysis. In any continuous improvement process, getting precise and trustworthy data is essential. Accurate data provides the foundation for sound analysis, helps identify areas needing improvement, and enables meaningful decision-making. With reliable data, any attempt to measure progress or analyze results can lead to skewed insights and practical action plans. Therefore, understanding techniques to collect data accurately is crucial for success in the PDCA cycle. Specific practices must be followed to ensure data reliability. Careful planning is required before the data collection begins. First, the purpose of the data must be clearly defined. Knowing precisely what is being measured, why it's being measured, and how the data will be used is essential for aligning data collection efforts with project objectives. When the goals are clear, data can be gathered efficiently and without unnecessary complexity. Standardized methods should be used for data collection. By employing consistent techniques, data is gathered uniformly, reducing variations and discrepancies that might otherwise lead to errors in analysis. For instance, if customer satisfaction is measured through surveys, using the same questions and scoring system each time ensures meaningful comparisons. Sampling methods play a significant role in gathering accurate data. A representative sample must be chosen so that the results accurately reflect the larger population or process being studied. Random, stratified, or systematic sampling captures a diverse and representative subset. This approach minimizes bias and improves the validity of the collected data. Automation and technology can improve data accuracy. Automated tools and systems reduce human error by capturing data directly from equipment or processes. For instance, digital sensors can measure production output, while software tools can track quality metrics or time spent on tasks. Such technology ensures that data is recorded with precision and consistency. Data should be captured in real time, allowing immediate insights into ongoing operations. Real-time data helps promptly identify trends or deviations, which is crucial for proactive PDCA cycle decision-making. Standardized forms and templates should be used where manual data collection is necessary. Forms with predefined fields make it easier to record information consistently, reducing the chances of misunderstanding or misreporting. Staff training involved in data collection is also essential to ensure they understand pricing accuracy and follow the proper protocols. Mistakes or variations can be minimized when everyone knows the correct procedures and signifies their role. Data validation techniques should ensure quality before analysis begins. The validation process includes cross-verification with secondary data sources, data cleansing, and an outlier review. Outliers or anomalies should be examined, as they may indicate errors or provide insights into unusual occurrences. Cross-verifying data with reliable sources ensures errors are detected early, improving the integrity of the final data set. Confidentiality and ethical considerations are essential, especially when dealing with sensitive information. To maintain confidentiality, it is recommended that data be anonymized and storage systems secured. Ensuring that data is handled ethically increases trust and compliance with data collection practices, leading to more accurate data gathering. The last aspect of gathering accurate data involves regular reviews and updates to the data collection process. Adjustments to the initial method may be necessary because of changes in the system or environment where data is collected. Continuous monitoring and improvement of data collection techniques are required to keep data relevant and reliable. By reviewing these techniques periodically, organizations can address any weaknesses in data quality and make necessary updates. Accurate data collection is a structured and deliberate process that supports effective problem-solving within the PDCA framework. By planning, standardizing, automating, validating, and reviewing data collection techniques, organizations are positioned to measure performance accurately and achieve ongoing success. Analyzing results against goals. Assessing the effectiveness of any improvement plan involves comparing actual performance with the goals set during the planning phase. This analysis is essential to understanding how closely results align with expectations and determining if adjustments are needed. By systematically comparing outcomes with objectives, valuable insights are gained into the impact of implemented actions, which guides further steps in the PDCA cycle. To begin the analysis, it is crucial to have clearly defined and measurable goals. These goals should have been set with key performance indicators, KPIs, that accurately reflect progress. Data gathered during the do phase is evaluated against these KPIs. For instance, if the goal were to increase production efficiency by 15%, the actual production rate should be measured to see if this target has been met. The closer the results align with the goals, the more effective the implemented actions have proven to be. Quantitative data is often used for such comparisons as it allows for straightforward improvement assessment. Production output, quality metrics, time efficiency, and cost reductions are quantitative measures that are easily compared to specific targets. For example, if the target were to reduce process time by 20%, time tracking data would show whether this objective was reached. If results meet or exceed the goals, the implemented actions can be deemed successful. If not, further analysis can identify the reasons behind the gap. A practical approach in this phase is trend analysis. Observing performance over time identifies patterns and trends, which reveals whether improvements are consistent and sustainable. For example, an initial improvement that fades over time might suggest a temporary solution rather than a lasting one. Monitoring trends in key metrics helps understand the durability of improvements and shows if further modifications are needed. Visual tools such as charts and graphs can aid in comparing actual performance with targets. A simple line graph, for example, can show actual outcomes versus expected outcomes over a defined period. Such visual representations make it easy to spot deviations and analyze their significance. If gaps between performance and goals are identified, it is beneficial to investigate these discrepancies to understand their causes. External factors beyond the team's control, such as supply chain disruptions, may sometimes impact results. In other cases, a closer look at processes might reveal inefficiencies that were not initially considered. Root cause analysis, RCA, is often used when performance falls short of goals. Tools like the fishbone diagram or the 5-why analysis help identify reasons for underperformance. By analyzing root causes, corrective actions can be developed to address specific issues. For instance, a targeted training program can be implemented to bridge this gap if insufficient training does not reach the goal. Where goals are exceeded, it is valuable to analyze why this occurred. Surpassing objectives can provide insights into successful practices that may be replicated in other areas. By figuring out what made things go well, we can learn from what worked and use those same methods to reach our goals more quickly in the future. The final stage of comparing results with goals involves documenting the findings. Recording both successes and areas needing improvement creates a valuable reference for future PDCA cycles. Detailed documentation of each comparison, analysis, and the insights derived ensures that lessons learned are kept and applied in future efforts. Through careful comparison of actual performance with planned objectives, organizations are equipped to evaluate the success of their actions within the PDCA framework. The path toward continuous improvement is maintained by identifying gaps, analyzing root causes, and capturing lessons learned. Identifying gaps and opportunities. A crucial part of measuring performance in any process is identifying gaps and opportunities for improvement. This stage in the PDCA cycle focuses on recognizing discrepancies between actual outcomes and expected results and spotting areas where further enhancement can be achieved. Understanding gaps enables the opportunity to refine future actions and strengthen processes. To begin with, it is essential to conduct a detailed analysis of the performance data collected in the previous phases. This data is compared to the goals and objectives set during the planning phase, revealing where performance could have improved. For instance, if the aim is to reduce production time by 15%, but only a 10% reduction was achieved, this difference is a gap that requires investigation. Such gaps highlight areas where adjustments or additional resources may be needed to achieve complete success. Using tools such as the root cause analysis, RCA, can effectively understand why these gaps exist. By applying methods like the 5 whys or the fishbone diagram, the root causes of underperformance are uncovered. This analysis is valuable for identifying whether the gap is because of factors like lack of training, outdated equipment, or inefficiencies in the workflow. When root causes are determined, precise solutions can be crafted, addressing the specific issues rather than simply treating the symptoms. Besides identifying gaps, attention must be given to recognizing areas of opportunity. Opportunities are often found where performance exceeds expectations or minor improvements can yield significant gains. For instance, if specific process improvements led to better than expected results, it might indicate a potential to replicate these practices in other areas. Analyzing what went right creates a blueprint for success, which can be applied more widely within the organization. Benchmarking against industry standards or best practices is also valuable for identifying opportunities. Understanding how similar organizations or competitors operate can provide new insights and ideas for potential enhancements. This external perspective can offer fresh approaches to overcoming challenges and achieving higher efficiency. Engaging the team in the analysis process can be highly beneficial, as those directly involved often have valuable insights into areas needing refinement. Gathering feedback through surveys, interviews, or group discussions allows employees to share first-hand observations and suggest potential improvements. Their experience can illuminate issues that may take time to be clear in the data alone. Opportunities to improve are only sometimes related to problems. They can also include areas where proactive adjustments can further optimize the process. For example, upgrading technology, improving communication channels, or enhancing training programs are all potential areas for positive change that don't arise from a performance gap. These proactive opportunities enable continuous development, allowing the organization to stay competitive and efficient. Once gaps and opportunities have been defined, it is essential to document these findings. This documentation is a reference for future PDCA cycles, ensuring that lessons learned are preserved. The gaps identified, their causes, and the strategies to address them should all be recorded, as this creates a comprehensive view of the improvement process. Capturing opportunities for improvement can guide future actions, ensuring that each cycle of the PDCA framework builds on the progress of the previous one. In summary, identifying gaps and opportunities within the PDCA cycle enables an organization to make targeted improvements and advance toward its objectives more effectively. Refined actions can be implemented by analyzing discrepancies, understanding root causes, and recognizing areas for growth, leading to continuous success and resilience. A commitment to this analysis and refinement strengthens the organization's capacity for ongoing improvement, setting the stage for future achievements. Using feedback for continuous improvement. Feedback is vital in the PDCA cycle, especially for continuous improvement. When feedback is gathered systematically from performance data, valuable insights are provided into successes and areas needing further refinement. Using this feedback to inform each subsequent PDCA cycle establishes a foundation for ongoing growth. Performance data is assessed in PDCA's check phase to determine how closely outcomes align with initial objectives. Any gaps or unexpected results are reviewed to identify areas where the process could be improved. Feedback from team members, stakeholders, and even customers should be incorporated to build a well-rounded view of the performance. When this information is analyzed, it becomes clear where adjustments can be made, whether through process changes, resource allocation, or communication improvements. Once areas for improvement are identified, this feedback should be organized and documented to ensure it can be easily referenced in future cycles. Clear, concise records make it simple to revisit past cycles, understand the changes made, and evaluate their impact. This approach allows teams to see trends in performance, recognize recurring issues, and build on past successes. Incorporating feedback into the plan phase of the next PDCA cycle completes the continuous improvement loop. With each cycle, lessons learned from previous feedback can avoid repeated issues and enhance efficiency. By consistently leveraging feedback, organizations are empowered to develop and refine their processes and drive sustainable growth. Thus, feedback is not just data, it becomes the engine that fuels progress toward excellence. Summary of Chapter 4: Measuring Performance. The check phase evaluates results against the goals set in the planning stage. This chapter highlights defining key performance indicators, KPIs, and collecting accurate data to gauge success. Various data collection techniques are explored to ensure reliable measurements, and tools for real-time monitoring are discussed to enable responsive adjustments. By analyzing outcomes, organizations can determine the effectiveness of their strategies, identify gaps, and recognize opportunities for improvement. This phase reinforces the PDCA cycle's emphasis on learning from results and making data-driven decisions.